Good evening. We'd like to welcome you to the Elmore County Commission work session dated Monday, March 25th, 2019. I'll call this meeting to order. We'll begin with regular business, a review of the minutes of the March 11, 2019 Commission meeting. Any comments or changes? All right, we'll proceed to review the memorandum of warrants for the period of March 6, 2019 through March 14, 2019.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, the memorandum of warrants for that period of time was $1,058,044.77.
Thank you. Any comments or questions there? All right, we'll proceed with a public hearing. Public hearing for a 050 retail beer off-premises only and a 070 retail table wine off-premises only liquor license application for the Lake Jordan Bait and Tackle by Lake Jordan Bait and Tackle, LLC, 1165 Lightwood Road, Deatsville, Alabama, 36022. Any comments or questions there? It's our understanding they've completed the process, yes, as required? Yes, sir. All right, thank you. We'll proceed with new business to discuss scheduling a public hearing for a 011 lounge retail liquor class 2 package off-premises only liquor license application for Nails Liquor by GID Capital, LLC, 8394C, Kalijah Road, Eclectic, Alabama, 36024. Any comments or questions there?
Mr. Chairman, that entire complex was purchased in the last few months by a gentleman from Birmingham, and this will be on the same premises but in a separate building.
Okay, thank you. And they're aware of the requirements they have?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, if they complete everything necessary in terms of advertisement, we'll schedule that.
That is correct.
All right, thank you. Consider resolution to replace guardrail at bridges on Sewell Road, Balzer Road, and Peace Church Road. Mr. Byer.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, this is a high-risk rural road application that the Highway Department turned in to ALDOT and was awarded earlier in the year, actually last month. This and the next agreement with ALDOT will put this in position to be let later this year. It's a total value of a little less than $120,000. 10% of that is our match. These safety funds are typically a 10% match instead of a 20%. So these are all for unprotected unprotected bridge ends. So that is the purpose of the safety grant, is to protect those with end anchors and guardrail.
Thank you. Any comments or questions there? Proceeding, consider motion to approve agreement with ALDOT to replace guardrail at bridges on Sewell Road, Balzer Road, and Peace Church Road. All right, we'll continue. Discuss award bid inquiry number 2019-16 surplus scrap metal to the highest responsible bidder.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, that amount was to Bowden Welding, $380 for the amount of scrap that we had at the Highway Department yard.
Thank you. Discuss award bid inquiry number 2019-17 surplus scrap signs and scrap sign posts to the highest responsible bidder.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, this would be Robinson Recycling for $300. They were the highest bidder in that category.
All right, thank you. All right, we'll continue. Consent docket, we have travel memo and leave donation for Kimberly Erb by Richie Byer, 40 hours of sick leave. Proceeding, personnel notifications. Notification of hire of Alex Knapp, Project Inspector PT, fill vacant slot, effective 3/18/19. Notification of hire of Adam Elliott, Shop Manager, fill vacant slot, effective 4/1/19. Notification of hire of Charles Patrick, Equipment Operator 1, fill vacant slot, effective 4/1/19. Notification of hire of James Graham, Equipment Operator 1, fill vacant slot, effective 4/1/19. Notification of hire of Jason Wright, Equipment Operator 1, fill vacant slot, effective 4/1/19. Notification of promotion of Kelly Friday, Chief Appraiser, fill vacant slot, effective 3/18/19. We'll proceed now with reports to the Commission. Mr. Byer.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, I have just a couple items for you. One, in front of you, you've got a a form with the Rebuild Alabama Act on it. Last week I gave you a little less dressed up version of some of the similar information. This is from the association that we got today that is specific to Elmore County. It talks about the Act in general. I know many of you have asked questions about some of the provisions. It also gives the amount that Elmore County stands to receive in 3 years when the bill is fully implemented. The other thing that you will take away from some of the information in here is that there's procedures that are being worked out in terms of how the money can be expended, how it is advertised, how it is the accountability and transparency part of the bill. We will actually, a group of county engineers will start work on that this week in terms of the Rebuild Alabama implementation team. So you will have representation on that team as we start moving through the next few months in implementation in general, and the plan is to roll that out to the staff members and commissioners over the next few months as the team starts producing documents related to the accountability and the bid specification portion. The next item I have is just something else that came out with the association. I know the gas tax occupied a lot of our time the last month, but there are several other priorities for the ACCA and for counties. Many of those we talked about with our local legislative delegation a little over a month ago, but House Bill 98 and Senate Bill 139 both address an issue with right-of-way valuations and waivers, where we used to be able to, under federal code and until there was an interpretation at the state level, we were able to actually make offers and negotiate with people for parcels that were under $10,000 in value. Now we have to go through the full-blown appraisal process because it was discovered that Alabama law didn't allow for these waivers. This would correct that. And just to give you an example of the ongoing projects we have right now on our roundabout and our bridge and intersection project at Redland Road Rifle Range, we're probably going to expend 3 times as much money on purchasing that property as we would have if we would have been able to just go through the waiver valuation process because of the way that the Alabama code was interpreted. So if this goes in place, we'll be back to that negotiating ability with 10,000 under. So just something important to mention as you're talking to our legislative delegations. If they ask any question, I wanted you to have that in hand. The last item I wanted to bring up to you was something that I should have brought up at the last commission meeting, and to be honest with you, we got back from D.C. and we had a million things on the county commission docket, and it just slipped my mind. But we had an employee that passed away in February 15th. His name was Pep Townsend, Belton Pep Townsend. The interesting thing about Pep is he's a lifelong resident of Elmore County, graduated from Elmore County High School back in 1974. Started working with the highway department in his senior year in the beginning of 73 and 74. Then he went full-time with the county back in June 1st of 1974. He had been with the county for 46 years of service before his passing in February. That's a pretty amazing accomplishment to be in one place doing that work. And he'd worked his way up from laborer all the way up into one of our supervisors, and I just wanted to make sure that we kind of talked about his career here with the county. And Pep was a very good guy. He would do anything for you. He was a very good supervisor, good father and husband, and we're going to miss him. He went from everything, like I said, from being a laborer to working on the bridge crew to as a construction supervisor. He handled our chip seal operations. So he had done a little bit of everything with the highway department, but I just felt like it was the least we could do to bring him up in a commission meeting and make sure that his memory was honored by the effort and the service he did for the county. So, Mr. Chairman, that's all I have in the way of a report. Do you have any questions or comments for me?
You want to do a resolution to his family?
That would be very appropriate. Yes, sir.
Just get that in with that.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Any other comments or questions?
All right, we'll proceed now with reports from the commission. Commissioner Holt.
Excuse me.
Mr. Chairman, I know you and I went to the recent school at, the Legends, which I enjoyed. I had to miss a little bit of it because of things in relation to the tornado that hit my house. But anyway, I enjoyed the session, and I think it was very worthwhile. And I would like to say that, I spoke to Richie, and I think I mentioned it to Luke. Our crews that I saw did a great job with the cleanup. I mean, really good. And they worked hard. They represented us well. And, you know, we can't say enough except to tell them that they do a good job. And I really appreciate that. And, Luke, I appreciate what you do with them. And I know that you tell them, you know, when they're acknowledged as doing a good job. So just keep up the good work and let them represent us well. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Daughtry.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm certainly glad you and your family are okay, as well as all the others that were affected by the tornado, Commissioner Hope. I want to thank again our EMA director, Mr. Barnett, for their superb job, and all the volunteer fire departments that were there in a matter of a very few minutes. I have a question for Mr. Barnett and maybe Mr. Byer. Had a resident ask me this week if y'all anticipate any grants, as was the case after the 2011 tornado, from FEMA for tornado shelters, particularly in limited income areas, elderly residents and so forth. Have y'all heard anything about that?
Keith and I actually had this conversation last week. We are not a declared county, and we are not adjacent to the county that was declared. We would have had to have Macon County be declared to be able to be an adjacent county when they turn on that kind of mitigation work. So we do not anticipate being able to be eligible under this event.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Could I say something else?
Yes, sir.
I didn't see you here. You came in after I looked that way, but I heard a lot of good comments about what you did. I saw you on TV myself, and if you'll remember, I came up there at Kim's that morning. You were there before daylight, so appreciate what you do.
Thank you. Commissioner Mercer.
Thank you, Chairman. I also want to speak a bit about the tornado, specifically our volunteer fire departments being affiliated with our department for many years. I was listening to those guys on the radio that night. The tornado hit, and it's just they're just a great asset we have in our county. All of our volunteer firefighters, and just want to tell them thank you for what they've done. Looking forward into April, we've got April the 6th. We have the countywide cleanup scheduled. You can look to the county's website for information there, but that will be a countywide effort to pick up trash, and that's a cleanup day as well.
Cleanup day and Operation
Spring Clean, that's right. As well, but we'll be having groups go in predetermined areas throughout the county to pick up litter alongside of the county right-of-way. So please put that on your calendar and participate if you can. You can contact the Highway Department for further information or the Commission office. That's all I have, Chairman.
Thank you. Commissioner Reeves?
Yes, I just want to piggyback on the rest of them. I want to thank our EMA director for the excellent work and that he did with Lee County and also our county and tornado victims, and you're doing a great job. Let's keep up the good work. Richie, I have asked Richard to look into the feasibility of having a licensed inspector and maybe get back with me and we'll work on that, because I don't know, we used to have one, we cut it out for some reason. When he's gonna look into a feasibility study on getting one again. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate my fellow commissioners and their comments. Just a couple of items. One, regarding the second annual Operation Spring Clean, we've put out some information on social media. We're encouraging those groups that participate to take the hashtag #TrashTag Challenge. This is a viral activity that's going on right now among a lot of young people throughout the world. They take a picture of themselves with the litter on the road, and then they clean it up, have it in the bags, and then they take a picture of themselves in that area after it's clean, holding the trash bags, and then they put it out on social media with a hashtag trash tag. So maybe it's something that will help us get more young people to participate. So we encourage everybody to spread the word on that. Litter is one of the items that we get a lot of phone calls about. A lot of people are disappointed with how some of the roads look here in our county. And unfortunately, those same people, they don't call to offer to pick up the trash. They call to ask when the prisoners are coming to pick up the trash. And that is the absolute wrong way to look at it. So if you see something, take the opportunity to pick it up. A lot of times that litter is not because someone's throwing it out the window. It's blowing out of the back of a truck, or it's there's lots of ways it gets there. So I hope that we can have more participation this year and get the high schools participating as well. I did attend the Lions Club this past week and had the opportunity to speak about Rebuild Alabama. We did talk a little bit about the hurricane or the tornado relief efforts, and Keith was there. There was a battle in the Lions Club over who liked the TV camera more, Jerry Willis or Keith Barnett. So I don't know who won that, but it was a good battle. But you know, Rebuild Alabama obviously is a way for us to improve some of our roads and bridges in our county. We are excited for the implementation of this and for the opportunity that we have to meet the needs of our road systems for the citizens of Alabama, or of our county. Lastly, I did receive correspondence today, and I'd encourage my fellow commissioners, if you have interest in this, to speak to Mr. Waters, who's here today. There's an interest meeting on April the 4th regarding the YMCA Reach and Rise mentoring program, which is a great opportunity. It's an existing program in other parts of the YMCA, in other branches of the YMCA, and we're trying to get it here in Elmore County. So I can forward that information on to my fellow commissioners, but I do plan to attend and find ways that we can encourage and assist with that from a county commission perspective. That is all I have. We'll turn the time over to Cindy for important calendar dates.
Saturday, April the 6th, 2019 is our countywide cleanup day from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. with our monthly rotation being Casada Post Office. Saturday, April 6th, 2019, as well as our Elmore County's second annual Operation Spring Clean 2019. Monday, April the 8th, 2019 is our next commission work session at 5 with the business meeting immediately following. Saturday, April the 13th, 2019 is Elmore County's 10th annual Preparedness Fair at Lowe's. Thursday, April the 25th, 2019 is our next commission work session at 9:30 a.m. during our county government day.
All right, thank you. We'll reconvene shortly. All right, we'd like to welcome you to the Elmore County Commission business meeting dated Monday, March 25, 2019. We'll call this meeting to order. We'll begin with an invocation offered by Commissioner Holt, following which I will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let's bow our heads, please. Most gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for all that you do for us, and we thank you for letting your loving hand touch us as we try to do our jobs as commissioners, and we're thankful that we had no losses in our recent tornado, and we come to Antapas, so we're thankful for that. We ask that you continue to give us guidance, direction in our jobs as commissioners, and we thank you for being a loving, caring Lord and Savior. We thank God in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Cindy, would you call roll?
Commissioner Holt. Commissioner Daughtry.
Here.
Chairman Stubbs.
Here.
Commissioner Mercer.
Here.
Commissioner Reeves.
All right, we'll proceed regular business. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the March 11, 2019 commission meeting as presented during the work session?
Motion approved.
Second.
Cindy?
Commissioner Holt.
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry.
Yes.
Chairman Stubbs.
Yes.
Commissioner Mercer.
Yes.
Chairman Reeves.
Yes.
Is there a
Commissioner
motion to approve the memorandum of warrants for the period of March 6, 2019 through March 14, 2019?
Motion.
Go ahead.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Ms. Cindy?
Commissioner Holt.
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry.
Yes.
Chairman Stubbs.
Yes.
Commissioner Mercer.
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves.
Yes.
Proceeding to old business, is there a motion to approve for a 050 retail beer off-premises only and a 070 retail table wine off-premises only liquor license application for Lake Jordan Bait and Tackle by Lake Jordan Bait and Tackle LLC, 1165 Lightwood Road, Deatsville, Alabama, 36022.
Motion approved.
Second.
Ms. Cindy?
Commissioner Holt.
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry.
Yes.
Chairman Stubbs.
Yes.
Commissioner Mercer.
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves.
Yes.
Proceeding to new business, is there a motion to approve scheduling a public hearing for a 011 lounge retail liquor class 2 package off-premises only liquor license application for Nails Liquor by GID Capital LLC, 8394C Kalijah Road, Eclectic, Alabama, 36024 on April 8, 2019.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Ms. Cindy?
Commissioner Holt.
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry.
Yes.
Chairman Stubbs.
Yes.
Commissioner Mercer.
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves.
Yes.
Is there a motion to approve resolution to replace guardrail at bridges on Sewell Road, Balzer Road, and Peace Church Road?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Ms. Cindy?
Commissioner Holt.
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry.
Yes.
Chairman Stubbs.
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves.
Yes.
Commissioner Mercer.
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves.
Yes.
Is there a motion to approve agreement with AlDOT to replace guardrail at bridges on Sewell Road, Balzer Road, and Peace Church Road? Ms. Cindy?
Commissioner Holt.
Yes. I make a motion.
Second the motion. Go ahead.
Commissioner Holt.
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry.
Yes.
Chairman Stubbs.
Yes.
Commissioner Mercer.
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves.
Yes.
Is there a motion to approve award bid inquiry number 2019-16 surplus scrap metal to the highest responsible bidder?
Motion approved.
Second.
Commissioner Holt.
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry.
Yes.
Chairman Stubbs.
Yes.
Commissioner Mercer.
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves.
Yes.
Is there a motion to approve award bid inquiry number 2019-17 surplus scrap signs and scrap sign posts to the highest responsible bidder?
I make a motion.
Second.
Ms. Cindy?
Commissioner Holt.
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry.
Yes.
Chairman Stubbs.
Yes.
Commissioner Mercer.
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves.
Yes.
Is there a motion to approve the consent docket as presented?
Motion approved.
Second.
Ms. Cindy?
Commissioner Holt.
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry.
Yes.
Chairman Stubbs.
Yes.
Commissioner Mercer.
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves.
Yes.
Personnel notifications, notification of hire of Alex Knapp, Project Inspector PT, fill vacant slot, effective 3/18/19. Notification of hire of Adam Elliott, Shop Manager, fill vacant slot, effective 4/1/19. Notification of hire of Charles Patrick, Equipment Operator 1, fill vacant slot, effective 4/1/19. Notification of hire of James Graham, Equipment Operator 1, fill vacant slot, effective 4/1/19. Notification of hire of Jason Wright, Equipment Operator 1, fill vacant slot, effective 4/1/19. Notification of promotion of Kelly Friday, Chief Appraiser, fill vacant slot, effective 3/18/19. Any additional reports to the Commission? Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Ms. Cindy?
Commissioner Holt.
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry.
Yes.
Chairman Stubbs.
Yes.
Commissioner Mercer.
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves.
Yes.
Meeting adjourned.